And we are live. Hey guys, welcome to Crypto Talk Now Live, the CTN Crypto Roundtable with special guests. We're really part of family, no longer guests, but part of the CTN family. We have Wadi, the crypto hunter, of course, you know him. And you guys also know Daniel Gayton is here, DG for short. So how are you guys both doing this evening?
Doing good. How about yourself, Larry?
I'm doing well. I've been keeping an eye on this crazy market. And I guess Max was telling me that one of you, I think maybe Daniel, covers Aptos.
Yeah, I cover a little bit of Aptos. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm curious to learn more about that. So we'll have a nice laid back show. What we'll do is welcome the audience and we'll talk a little bit about what you guys are talking about on your channels and Twitter and stuff like that. And then we'll just get everybody to participate. I think Sean might join us a little later. We'll see. But let's say hello first to the beautiful people here that are here. Eddie T is here. He says, "What's up?" Smash the like button. Thank you so much. He takes the Blue Wrench Club job seriously, I guess. He's like a real moderator. So thank you for that. And spreading the love is Mrs. Michael April Cornwell. Hey, the snow's all melted away, but my love for the snow is still here. Oh, for the show, sorry. Hola, everyone. Here's some flowers. Okay. You guys have any snow in your neck of the woods?
Man, it's snowing right now.
Is it really?
Well, here we got more like a hail instead of snow.
We just have a heavy rain going on right now.
No, we got hail is ice and water.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, just know that guess who's here? The Good Samaritan is here in his Lexus GS 350. Good evening.
All right.
Tim Shea says, hey, because that's what Tim Shea says. And Mr. Lambo's Crypto Talk. What's up, CTN family?
What's going on, man? Welcome to the show.
I no longer have to remember what day of the week it is because Brittany always reminds us and says, happy whatever. So today is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. It's the CTN Roundtable. Grateful that you guys have joined us. Big Watch Dude is in the house. What's up, Max, Larry, CTN family? Let's throw in Daniel and Wadi as well.
Big Watch, you know better.
Crypto Benny is here.
Hello, everyone.
He says, hello, all. Is that the new MMAI logo right there? He's got Crypto Benny?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
that
cool.
is the new brand, baby, right there.
All right, cool stuff. All right, so let's see who else is here. We'll just put all the comments up on the screen. We're just warming up as more people file in. And shout out to an OG of OGs of OGs. Brian Dowie is here. And Tim Shea says ALBT and MMAI. All right, so good stuff.
Yes, sir.
So what I'd like to do is just start out by recognizing you guys. And we'll start with Wadi here. This is Wadi's Twitter. He is at Wadi Crypto Hunt. Wadi the Crypto Hunter. And I see here you got a blue check. Was that how long did it take you to get that? Was that a lengthy process?
Like 24 days is basically you pay, that's it.
So did they go through like a KYC process where they have to figure out your identity and stuff?
Nope. Because so one of the ways I'm guessing is through PayPal, and that's the way I did it. So when you go through PayPal, everybody knows that's you.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, I'll have to try that one of these days. So you guys can check him out here on Twitter, and then also Wadi, of course, on his YouTube channel. You click in through here. It's Wadi the Crypto Hunter. All four words there at Wadi the Crypto Hunter is the what do they call it? The YouTube handle, maybe. Talks a lot about MMAI. Let's see here. So, I saw this. This popped up on my stream. I guess there was an interview with Augustine and Binance. I think I saw it on Daniel's channel.
There was an interview with Augustine and the Binance Live platform with Tito Labs.
Oh, okay, cool. And this is the link here provided by your crypto commissioner, the crypto commissioner of Crypto Talk. Tim Shea has Wadi the Crypto Hunter's link up there. So we've got that. So yeah, so that's who it is, who you guys can subscribe to. He's right here. And let's see. Oh, New York and banks, new rules, crypto. So you're getting into talking a little about regulation with New York and stuff.
Yeah, so basically, my channel, I am all over the place because I mix it up a little bit here and there with certain TAs. I mix it up with the news, whatever is going on. I also mix it up with some meme coin, not all of them. I like to make sure that they're at least 90% safe before I actually talk about it. And blue chips. Blue chips is my strong suit. I'll talk about all sorts of blue chips as long as I know it has a future. I actually talked about Aptos.
Oh,
I don't
cool.
know if it was on my live or on a recorded video.
Well, that's going to be our first topic after we recognize Daniel here. Thank you for that, Wadi. And Daniel Gayton, of course, is here. He does a morning show, and this is his Twitter right here. Daniel Gayton at Daniel, I'm sorry, D Gayton 30, right here up on the screen. And if you click through his YouTube channel right here, you will see it's right here, Daniel Gayton. It's his name. And so he also talks about MMAI, and he did the video on Aptos right there. So both of you have been talking about Aptos, and that's kind of our first topic of the day. Is I don't know too much about Aptos other than just me looking a little bit today at their website. I am not invested in it, and I'm curious to see what your opinion is of it, and if you could tell me what is the catalyst that's causing it to move so well today.
Yeah, I covered Aptos when it first launched, way back when it was first out. I put out a couple videos about Aptos, and Aptos is one of these layer one blockchains, and the developers of this layer one blockchain actually were the developers of the Facebook metaverse. When they were coming out with their blockchain, and before they scrapped it, the developers that were developing that layer one blockchain are now the developers of Aptos. So they took their talents from Facebook over to create their own blockchain when Facebook folded up that operation of the blockchain development. A lot of money behind Aptos. CZ Binance is in Aptos. There's a lot of cash, a lot of developers, a lot of people that are in crypto that are back in Aptos. One of the big catalysts with Aptos right now is PancakeSwap. PancakeSwap is a big supporter of Aptos. I'm trying to narrow down whether or not they're actually going to move their PancakeSwap over to the Aptos blockchain, and that is the catalyst. That is what's making this move right now. Is the fact that PancakeSwap itself is on its way over probably to Aptos, which makes sense because CZ Binance is a big supporter, or I shouldn't say supporter, but a big investor into Aptos. So, and they have an NFT line right now that's pretty popular amongst the Aptos community. That's running on their blockchain. That's also making this thing run up, but it's up 98% over what I want to say 24, 48 hour period or something like that. Maybe a 7-day period, but it's up like 98%. So I was buying in the Aptos at $3.
Wow. So you said around $3?
Yeah, what happened with Aptos is when it launched on a bunch of tier 1 exchanges right off the bat. And there was some FUD that came out of Aptos in their Discord community, which basically killed their launch, right? And I watched the launch, basically tank. And when it got down to $3, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take a shot at this. I threw some money in, made a couple videos about it, and just left my money sitting there. And then all of a sudden it just started to run. So,
well, it was a good decision because right now it's at $18.34.
Yeah.
And it's had an amazing run. The week it's up 136% and 412% for this past month here. But yeah, thank you for sharing that, because I am not familiar with Aptos, like I said, other than just quickly looking at their website before the show. And I would like to ask Wadi what his opinion is of Aptos. Just anything you want to tell us, that maybe Daniel left out, or anything else you want to add to that.
So that's what I was gonna say. I agree with what Daniel said. They were actually creating Libra, which was supposed to be the Facebook stable coin. Now, what's interesting about it, it is a layer one blockchain, and it has 100,000 transaction per second. So, and Daniel did cover the other part. There are a lot of money like put into Aptos. As a matter of fact, Aptos and Sui network, they kind of the same, but Aptos was able to gain more more funds, so they were able to launch first. Now I am waiting on Sui network also, because we're already seeing the run on Aptos, and if they're very similar, then most likely we're gonna see a nice run up on Sui network.
But be careful with that, because I believe that Pancake Swap is going to end up on Aptos, and I think that's what's making the big run up right now.
Yeah, no, now only that their main net just launched too.
Yep.
I forgot the name of the main net. Hold on.
Well, while you're looking that up, let me bring in Sean, the Crypto Smith is here joining us. Welcome, Sean.
Hello, everyone. I apologize for being late, and then I could see my stream is still having some issues. I was over on Alex's stream, and for some reason StreamYard's not playing very nice with me today.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear. Well, yeah, I do have StreamYard issues from time to time too. No problem. Yeah. Well, let me throw you right into the fire, so to speak. Let me ask you:
Sure.
Are you aware of Aptos? We're talking about Aptos right now. These two gentlemen are involved with Aptos and covering it and invested in it. Are you covering it, invested in it, know anything about it? I mean, I didn't know anything about it, so.
I've heard about it only from Daniel Gayton's mention of it, and I really don't know anything else. I did look at their website. I have seen it. They're really into the Web3, but I can't, speak intelligently on it.
That's okay. Well, I'm here to listen and learn. So, yeah, I mean, it's definitely, got everybody's attention, or at least got mine, because, I'm sure a lot of people, it's up 414% in the month. So Daniel says the big catalyst is, the fact that Pancake Swap will go on, I guess, the Aptos blockchain. That's the main thing?
So,
yeah.
They're talking about that. So.
No, I was gonna say the main net, his name is Autumn.
What was it again? Autumn.
Yeah.
Autumn. Okay. Cool. So, what was the other one you mentioned that might run that's kind of tied to this one? The other
Sui network.
Okay.
SUI Sui network.
So what happened between Aptos and Sui is that half of the development team that was working on Facebook's metaverse is with Aptos, and the other half decided to start their own blockchain in Sui. So you have these two blockchain development teams that were working on Facebook's metaverse, now both working on separate layer one blockchains within the space. Once Facebook folded up Libra, they split. So that's why the blockchain build outs will be very similar in what they do and how they operate. Aptos was able to generate billions of dollars in funds and really able to get their blockchain up and running really fast. So which is why Sui's a little bit behind, because Aptos, they have a lot of money back in that blockchain for development. So
yeah.
Well, let me go to the comments real quick. We're going to come back with another question for the roundtable here. We've got Wadi, Daniel, and Sean. Crypto Benny says, hope everyone is having a great day. And we are having a good day. Glad you joined us here again. Big Watch Dude, what's up, DG? I missed your stream this morning.
Yes, you did.
Now you're in trouble, Big Watch Dude. You got to make sure you don't miss those. LCX is on a run. Yes, I'm waiting for it to pull back because of the ones that I don't have, that's the one that's I'm the most bullish on. Yes, I do love XRP, and I don't have that either, but I'm very, very bullish on LCX, and I'm just waiting for a nice pullback. Hopefully we get it for my sake. But Stump Rider's here. He's not a Rough Rider. He's a Stump Rider. What's up, all? And who else is here? Let's see. This is the link for Waddy the Crypto Hunter again. Let's see here. Oh, hey, Steve the Canadian is here. Glad you could join us again, Steve. You know, we should probably give them a plug real quick, and then we're going to talk about Sean too. Real quick here. Have you guys tuned into the Lazy Shaman show?
I have not been able to catch it yet.
Well, this is right here, the Lazy Shaman show. Yeah, I was part of their first 50 subscribers. So someday these guys are going to be pretty famous. They have like these marathon streams, like 6 hours and stuff like that. Crazy stuff.
They go guys, yeah.
It's their 3 screen names combined together, right? Well, no, Lazy and Shaman, and then I guess it's run by Steve the Canadian right here. So cool stuff. The 3 of them together. Also, real quick, this is a good segue. Before we talk about Sean, we got to talk about somebody else. We got to talk about that Sean knows. This right here, this is Sean's son, right?
Yeah, that's my kid's YouTube.
And I was going to say, I got to get some pointers from him because he got this one video here a month ago. It's got 117,000 views. And I was like, wow.
We're still trying to figure that one out.
How Mitsubishi almost made a supercar. So this is Sean, the Crypto Smith Son's channel. If you guys are car buffs, you might want to subscribe. I'm subscribed because he's going to be famous. So yeah, I'm in early.
Man, Sean, your son is kicking your butt, man, on them subs, man.
Dude, he got 695 in a month.
Wow.
Yeah, I told him to be prepared to, it's going to take you a long time. I mean, it definitely dropped off after that one video kind of stopped running out there, but he's in college right now, so he's got 2 more years. I said, if you just keep, consistently dropping these videos out there for 2 years, you're gonna be making a little bit of money on YouTube at the point. So, I mean, he's got his own TikTok, and in a couple of months he's got, I think, 40,000 subscribers or whatever it is, followers, and 2 million views.
Wow.
So he's figured out something.
He's got the magic formula or something.
Yeah.
Well, that's good news.
When he tells you what that formula is, Sean, you pass that along.
Oh yeah, he's already helped me out in my videos, and it made a huge difference. So he's helped me along the way. And what's funny is I dropped a video yesterday, and I know Larry, you commented on it. I went back today and I looked at it, and I almost threw up a little bit because the thumbnail and the title was so horrible. I said, what is my kid going to say when he sees this? He's going to kick my ass. So I had to change it up a little bit today. So I changed it a little bit just because I was so embarrassed because I was in a hurry.
Well, that's cool that your son is doing so well, and we can all learn from him. If he's got 117,000 views, that's amazing. That's impressive. And a young channel there, 695 subscribers, pretty fast. A month to get there. But yeah, this is the Crypto Smith right here on Twitter. You can follow him at Sean Crypto Smith right here. And then, of course, his YouTube channel. He talks about MMAI right over here. And the financial reset's been talking about that, some general things. Have you been noticing different people coming in that are not necessarily into crypto that are watching like your financial reset type videos?
I occasionally get a comment or two from people who don't normally comment. So I think I'll start attracting. I just got to keep putting the XRP and XLM stuff out there. So yeah, it's just it's going to be a long year's worth of content coming.
When I do my Bitcoin shorts, I realize that the shorts goes to like a wider audience because whether it's Bitcoin or sometimes Dogecoin, like the Bitcoin ones, every once in a while there'll be someone that says, oh, Bitcoin is going to go to zero, or it's all crypto is a scam. So I think it's reaching people in the shorts that are not necessarily into crypto.
Yeah,
so
That's what I'm seeing on my shorts too. I put out a lot of shorts, and they're reaching a much wider audience than the videos are by far. It's not even close.
Yep, I noticed that. That's the kind of the danger with shorts, because I get a lot of thumbs down on my shorts compared to like the normal videos. So, but you know, it's just it does bring in some subscribers and attention. So let's jump back into the comments, and we'll get into our next topic here, because we got to say hello to what's the name. He says, "What's up, guys?"
I was gonna say, before you actually move away from Aptos, I'm just reading this information. They just partner up with a couple of more companies. They got 150 million in funding. FTX Venture, Jump Crypto, including new investment from Apollo, Griffin Gaming Partners, Franklin Templento, I don't know who that is, Circle Ventures, Supercrypt, funded by Timazek, I don't know who that is, and continued support from A16 Ounce Crypto and Multicoin.
Well, yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, I'm like just trying to learn about it. Obviously, right now, I'm not a buyer of it now because I missed its run. So I'll take a look at it if it pulls back, you know, a good chunk. But congratulations and kudos to everybody that got into it, including the people here. Salamander Space is here. Let me just move the screen so we can see Sean. He says, "Hello, dudes." He's here. He's the XDC commander, and he says LCX is going to be huge. Let's see who else is here. Well, of course, we said hello to Eddie T, right? And is there anybody that I missed? Oh, XXI Gaming is here. Good day or big day to CTN. And what's good, Tim? What's good, Big Watch Dude? He's saying hello. And B Ricky's here. Market will slowly go back down to December low. It will take a month or so, but the last big day. This is a good segue right here. All right. Thank you. Uncle Ricky is back with his dog. And let me ask you this. Whoever wants to grab this one first, what actually is going on in the market, let's say, over the last 7 days? Last week here, we've seen, you know, this pump and everything. Is this, I'm not going to characterize it because I want to hear what you guys tell me. Do you know what is it in your mind that is going on right now with the market? Would you classify it as a blank, or I don't want to say it because
okay, so
I don't want to say bull run, but I mean, I just want to hear what you guys have to say.
I guess I'm gonna take over first, since I am more with the TA part. All right, so according to what I'm seeing myself on the monthly chart, it's creating what we call a morning star. When that morning star create a candle, which is 3 candles, and that's called the morning star for, it also means a sign of a reversal for the market. Now, this is my problem though. Even though in the monthly is forming the morning star, in the weekly, I'm afraid of that 50 MA crossing with the 200, because that's going to be called death cross.
So for those of you that don't know, you're talking about the 50-day moving average crossing with the 200-day moving average, right? That's what you're saying, the 50 and the 200. Okay.
Yes. So that will be considered a death cross. When it does a death cross, Bitcoin usually tends to dump hard. Now, I was also looking at somebody else talking about it, and it has a similar graph like in 2015, I think it was what they say. Even though obviously people say past experience doesn't mean that it's gonna repeat itself. Very, very rare. And when it looks like the death cross was actually coming through, but before it actually finished crossing, it started going up. So a lot of people probably right now is FOMOing in because they probably got the same information. But in my case, I just would say it could be just a bull trap in the meantime. So don't get too high.
I'll go. I think that this is definitely a bull trap. I don't think there's any way around it. There's absolutely no catalyst in the market at this point to cause a bull run. This is strictly manipulation of the market by the whales. And this is what I call a pump, fake, and drive by. They're going to pump fake the market and drive right by you as they're taking their profits. And you know, there's no reason for the market to be running like this, which means it is strictly manipulation. And if you look at what's going on with Bitcoin, there's a strong manipulation. I have a conspiracy theory out there that I believe that with FTX being in bankruptcy and Genesis being in bankruptcy and BlockFi and everybody else, that the manipulation piece is coming from these big, huge whales that are overseeing this to bump up the Bitcoin price so that they can cash out, so that they have to declare less in bankruptcy because the prices are up, and they can cash out and go ahead and try to make investors whole again to the best of their ability. But this is definitely, no matter why it's being done or who's doing it, it's definitely a pump, fake, and drive by.
Before we get into someone else, so sorry, Sean, I just want to recognize Salamander Space. Thank you for your $4 donation. He says the CTN Rico Suave crew is on YouTube. Okay, I haven't heard us referred to as that, but we'll thank you for the donation. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sean.
So I'm going to say we're going to see, like Daniel said, nothing's fundamentally changed in the financial markets. I know there's been some argument back and forth on what the Fed's going to do in a week from now, in which is Larry's chance to earn 100 XRP if he's correct.
It'll be funny if I finally got XRP that way by winning it from the gracious generosity of Sean.
So, and I think we're going to see this week is the markets are going to start basically with price action, are going to start pricing in what they believe that the Fed's going to do, right? Are they going to leave rates unchanged? Or are they going to raise it a little bit? Are they going to raise it a lot? We don't really know. I think the expectation right now is probably 50 basis points. And if it does something other than that, then, we're going to see the market move one way or the other. So I think we're going to have a little volatility for the next week. And then, once like I said, as Powell walks up to the mic, we'll see the market either pump or dump. It'll run in one direction or the other.
It seems like they always factor these things in the crypto market. It seems like you're right. The week before, let's say hello to a couple more people, and then we'll get other people to weigh in. Anybody that wants to go on what we're talking about here in the market. Rafael Santos is here. Hello, 4 great guys. All right.
Hello.
Cool.
Hello.
And Mr. MD is here. Greetings and salutations to you all, guys. He's very familiar with his own anatomy. Let's just put it that way. And Lazy Jedi is here. Hello, Crypto Stars. This is the crypto show you're looking for. Love the roundtables.
What's up, Lazy?
What up, Lazy?
Lazy.
Lazy Jedi. You know what he said? Like, even when he's lazy, he's still way out ahead of everybody else because he is a Jedi. So that's pretty cool. Here's somebody new. Arctic UL8. Good night. All right. I want to send you a video. Okay. Well, cool. All right. Hope it pulls back. People are waiting for a pullback, maybe for Aptos or the overall market. And here's somebody else that's new. I don't know if you guys know who it is. NSLHD. Disbelief.
No. Larry, if you can share my screen.
Sure. Yep. Let me do that.
So basically, if you ask me, right, all the indicators right here is showing a bullish sign, right? And that's the weekly. And even here, there was a bullish divergence and it's bullish. But if you could see here, it might just tap 26,600 or so, because it's getting rejected right here with the 200 moving average. Let me move this out of its way. And now I'm bringing it back up, if anything. So it's getting rejected right here. let me load this up a bit more. Pull it up here. See, this is the 200 moving average. So that there's a chance we might be able to break through, maybe, but not guaranteed. And this is the cross that I'm telling you right here. See how close it is to actually crossing? That will make it a death cross, which that would also provoke the market to dump hard, big time. Now, if we go back to the monthly, this candle right here, let me see if I could push it. No, wrong way.
Oh yeah, take your time. Well, it's good stuff. I mean, I'm glad that you bring this element because I normally, well, I'm not a TA guy, but I do look at different things on Twitter. I look at charts and stuff, but I don't draw my own charts and stuff. I'm not a chartist, but this is good stuff. Yeah.
This candle right here, hold on, let me, a circle or rectangle. I'll use a rectangle.
And guys, while you're watching, if you would hit the like button for us so we get this stream out to more people. We've got 37 people in here at the moment. We appreciate you doing that.
There you go. That right there, if the monthly candle closes like this, this is what we call a morning star. And the morning star, if you Google it, is usually a sign of a reversal. So the next candle that we should see up here should be green candles going up, probably the 3 white soldiers, which will be 1, 2, 3, like this. And right now it's just a 50-50. But I do gotta say, when it comes to the indicators, this star chart side has been on the bottom side for months. So there is room for it to start picking up towards the upside. And as far as the RSI, when we were oversold over here, it went down dramatically. So right here, this is a good level. We're not either oversold, which is this, and we're not overbought, which is this. And my bad, this was overbought right here. So like I always say, TA is a 50-50 chance, but I also agree with what Daniel was saying himself. There is no bullish news whatsoever. There's no macroeconomics, nothing that would show that the market should continue going up. Other than our government is helping out Ukraine and sending more money out there. I don't consider that to be bullish.
Right.
Actually,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The macroeconomy. Yeah. There's still concerns. The biggest concern is the recession, right?
Yeah.
For the overall macroeconomy. But yeah, thank you for that, Wadi. Getting back into the comments a little bit here. NSLHD, time will tell. Most of the market still thinks as well. Think about it. All right. MD. I am still weary on this market. And I believe also it's a trap. So he agrees with Daniel. Not forgetting quant. Let's see, guys. Remember, we are really, really early. We are really early. Mentalek is here. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Lionel Richie. Thank you for being here. And Grizzly Bear, formerly known as Grizzly Bear Greg. Good evening, everyone. Let's see who else is here. Oh, here we go. Crypto McDizzle for Shizzle, aka Michael Cornwell. Standard rules are off with institutional investors. So that is a good point. So is that something that, you know, do you see the institutions starting to get into other things other than Bitcoin and Ethereum? Is it going to happen for example, with the ISOs like XRP and things like that? Is that what's going to happen now this time around with the institutions?
Oh yeah. You're going to see institutional money flowing into XRP. You're going to see institutional monies flowing into LCX. You're going to see institutional monies flowing into all these blockchains, you're going to see them flowing into quant. You're going to see them flowing into all of these ISOs because one, they know that they're somewhat safe, right? And two, they know that they're going to be moving large sums of money and have a lot of microtransactions that are associated with them that will drive the price. And, you know, Bitcoin dominance will always be Bitcoin dominance. You know, nobody's going to pass Bitcoin. If you think Ethereum is going to pass Bitcoin within the next 5 years, go back and look at market caps, and Bitcoin dominance it'll be there for the next 5 years. I'm not saying it'll never happen. We're in crypto, right? But you know, but ISOs will see a large sum of institutional money, a large sum. They'll take some away from Bitcoin. BNB is going to bite into Bitcoin's dominance in the next bull run. There's just no doubt about that. BNB will take some of that dominance away. So on XRP, they'll take a lot of that down. They'll take some dominance too. So I think people will keep chipping away at Bitcoin's dominance, but they're going to be hard to catch.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think anyone catches Bitcoin just because it's the tried and true trusted thing. People still say it's a store of value, kind of like gold. And I think, you know, it's got the biggest name recognition. So
and can I just double back on like the Fed? You know, 25 basis points, I think, is already baked into both the stock market and the crypto market. I think 25 basis points is already baked in. I think that's already set.
Mm-hmm.
If we see 50 basis points, you'll see both of them markets crash.
Big dump, yeah.
Because what they're setting you up for is a series of 25 basis point rate increases. We talk about this a lot in the morning. You're looking at a series of 25s, 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 and 25s. Because what the SEC will not, what the federal government will not do is they're not going to back off of their interest rate number. They want that number. So they're, instead of giving you a 50, they would rather give you 225s and not shock the market to equal that 50. So basically, the only thing they're doing is extending the runway to land the plane. Instead of just landing the plane on a shorter runway, they just continually extend the runway to try to put the plane down a little bit softer. That's all they're doing. You're still going to get to the same place. But now you're looking at the end of 2023 before they make a pivot instead of the middle of 2023, just because they just keep extending it out.
Anyone else?
We got a long way to go.
Yeah,
we got a long way to go in this thing. I think, just like Daniel says, and I may not agree. I think it's going to be 50 basis points, but you know, that's neither here nor there. We still have many more months. You want to bet some XRP? Yeah,
there you go.
I'll throw you 100 XRP out there.
It's going to be. You think it's going to be 50 basis points?
I think
Sean?
it's going to be 50. Yeah, I don't think they're quite as dovish. You know, right at this point, they've been hitting 75s. They don't think they did mention inflation was starting to slow down, and maybe it's going to pull back a little bit, but they're still on the long play, just like Daniel said. It's going to be most of the year. And anything, you know, to your question about whether any of these things flip Bitcoin at some point, I think the ones that could flip Bitcoin aren't going to be on CoinMarketCap any longer once they start to run. I think once the XRP and XLM and Quant, those things that are going to be used out in the world, HBAR with the military, I think it was HBAR with the military. Mm-hmm. I think they're not considered these cryptocurrencies anymore. These are just now either currencies, the real world use case. They're out there. They're not going to compete with BNB. Like they're going to be on a completely different plane.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. It's like saying, when is gold going to, you know, flip Bitcoin? Well, I mean, we're already there. It's just, it's not used for the same thing. It's right. We'd be comparing apples and oranges.
So it'll be like in a different category, maybe something that's a little similar to crypto, but not exactly crypto.
And I'm with the crypto Smith here. I'm not convinced that the ISOs as they stand right now will continue to be cryptocurrencies as we know them today, traded as we know them today. I think that they're going to set themselves up to be in a whole nother category and be traded in a very different way.
Yeah, they're blockchain technologies that are going to be used, like you said, in a different way. So we're not going to look at them the same way as these other that we consider cryptocurrency. They're just going to be completely different.
There'll be things operating like XRP, and people won't even be knowing that they're using it, which is the cool thing. You know, I mean, who knows? You know, how can you explain the technology behind the different payment systems that we have now with credit cards or PayPal and stuff like that? So, good stuff here. There was some other things we were going to get to, but tell me your thoughts on inflation, and then tell me your thoughts on the debt ceiling. Anybody that wants to go, who wants to go on inflation first?
I'll tackle inflation. You know what? Inflation is coming down at a very slow rate. But here's the problem that we're having right now is that the federal government wants people to lose their jobs and the account, you know, everything to go, you know, basically down, right? They want people laid off. Their job is for you to lose your job right now. And the issue is that the economy itself is performing well. So they're adding more jobs than what's expected at this time. And people are making higher wages than what they expected at this time. So that you have these two competing things going on right now. And inflation is crazy. When you get to $6-7 per carton of eggs, we're getting a little nuts around here, right? So they have to curb this inflation situation. I don't think it's coming down fast enough. You know, I think that they need to do more to curb this. And it's just out of control. And as far as the debt ceiling goes, they're going to raise the debt ceiling. They don't have a choice but to raise the debt ceiling because we have to pay the United States has to pay their bills. At the end of the day, they owe the money. They got to pay the money. The problem with that is then they're going to have to print the money to pay the money. And when they print the money, what does that do to inflation? Well, it raises the inflation. So you have everything fighting against bringing down inflation. And that's why the market is where it is. That's exactly why we stand where we stand at today in this market. They printed way too much money during COVID. They just continued to print money, and they drove the inflation rate up, and along with a couple other things. But you know, the more money they print, the higher the inflation rate goes, and the worse situation we're going to be in.
I'm still have to dig into it, but what I've been hearing is that they're just going to change the way they calculate the inflationary rate, and that's like going to make it look more favorable. You know, it's kind of like them saying, you know, the administration or whatever saying that we're not in a recession. It's kind of like the Federal Reserve just, you know, doing 25 basis points at a time rather than just, you know, dropping the hammer when they're 75 or something. It's kind of killing me softly type stuff. So anybody else want to weigh in on that? The inflation or debt ceiling?
Here's a news flash. We've been in a recession for almost 12 months now.
Right.
I agree with everything Daniel was saying, and my only concern is, like, especially with the debt ceiling, is that they're gonna start putting everything more expensive than what already it is. You know, interest rate, all that bull crap is gonna skyrocket. And then the way I feel about it is like, why should we pay for their mistakes?
We don't have a choice.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no choice. We're in I think the U.S. dollar, and you know, with the inflation, just like what you know, Daniel was saying, you know, that they've created it. They're going to continue to create it. I know there's always going to be a fight on the debt ceiling. Should there even be a debt ceiling? Which, you know, I mean, in practical terms, no, there doesn't need to be, because they're going to spend as much money as they want to spend every time it comes up. Right? They're going to continue to raise it every single time. They're never going to lower it. They're never going to not spend money. So I believe the U.S. dollar and our, you know, the economy that we've known is in a death spiral right now, and I don't know that there's any way out of it. The petrodollar is going to go away in a lot of countries. That's going to collapse the value of the dollar, and then with inflation on the rise, they're going to keep printing money. unless they put half of the U.S. out of work and on the street to where nobody can spend any money for some length of time to get money out of the system, there isn't a cure for it.
Well, and here's the bigger problem in the United States, and here's why your debt continues to grow. And we are the only country that buys bonds back or prints our own bonds and then pays the interest on them bonds with our own money. Yep. So basically we're printing the bonds, right? We're purchasing our own debt, right? Mm-hmm. And by printing bonds, and then there's interest rates on them every year. Well, how are we paying them interest rates? Well, we're paying them interest rates with our own dollar. So you're actually devaluing your dollar every time you have to pay them interest rates come due, because you have to print the money to pay the interest. No other country pays their interest on the bonds that they have with their own currency. So basically you have an unlimited supply of money that you're just printing and spending. So you're never really in debt because you just turn the printer back on.
It's kind of like a compulsive gambler being at a casino and being like way down. And instead of leaving the casino after they've lost a couple $100,000, they just double down to try to get all their money back. It's like, let's just solve the problem by printing more money. So,
yeah, they hit the credit cards, so they can think they're going to get all that money back, but they're just digging themselves more and more in debt, and you're never going to get out of it. We're never going to get out of this.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing what the government can get away with, and individuals, it would just be like, people would just look at them like, man, you're doing it all wrong. But
so everybody wants to know, like, how are we spending all the money in Ukraine? How are we spending all the money overseas? How are we still affording to do this? Well, it's simple. We'll print the bonds, we'll buy our own debt, and then we'll pay the interest on all that debt. When it comes due in 3 or 4 or 5 years, we're going to pay the interest on all that debt. And right now that interest rate is high because they keep raising interest rates, which raises the interest rates on the bonds that we already own as a country, which means you're going to have to pay more money on the money that you borrowed, on the money that you're going to print. You're going to have to pay more money. It just doesn't make sense.
It's a vicious cycle. Yeah. Crazy stuff.
Yeah. So
let's see. Yeah. So I'm just looking at some of the comments here. We do have, I want to go back. I think it was Big Watch Dude, if I can find it. Where is it? Big Watch Dude. Let's see. Oh, let's say hello to Cowboy Calvin is here. Hey, Tim, crazy swings today. And Ryan is here. Where's the Big Watch Dude comment? Technical analysis is like astrology for men in crypto. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
That's a good one.
I've heard that before. That's funny.
Everything is a 50-50 chance.
But you know what? This is what I always tell people, because sometimes they feel like, technical analysis, or the people that do TA, they should be able to tell when this, when that. One thing everyone got to understand, when it comes to doing technical analysis, if institutional money decides, let's say there's a group, right, that could inject billions of dollars, and they see the market down, and they just decide, you know what, let's go pump the chart. It doesn't matter what type of technical analysis you do. Everything is out the window. It's like, for example, I was expecting Bitcoin to hit 15K like a month ago. And instead of hitting 15K, it went whoop, the opposite. So
with no catalyst at all.
No catalyst. Exactly.
Right.
And that's pure market manipulation.
Yep.
I tell people this every morning. Here's my prediction, and I'll stick with it, and it doesn't matter. Bitcoin is not going to 15K. Bitcoin is going to touch $24,000 or 24.5, and it's going to bounce back down to 18.5. At worst, 16.5. And 16.5 was our floor. When we got to 16.5, that was the bottom. The bottom's in. It's at 16.5. That's my bottom. I'm calling my bottom at 16.5. 16.5. We're not going any lower than 16.5. Doesn't matter what goes on in the market. That was the bottom. I maybe I'm wrong, but that's I'm calling 16.5 the bottom.
And I'll tell you why I don't necessarily believe in TA in crypto, right? Anyway, because crypto is just barely a $1 trillion market, right? It's a very small market in the world of markets. The stock market is $100 trillion. The forex market is climbing upward of 2.5 quadrillion dollars, right? So we are in a very, very small market and a very young market. So it's really hard to get data to really be accurate. And like just Menelek says, it's market manipulation by whales is so much easier here. Like you can't manipulate the stock price of Apple easily, right? You have to have a ton of money to do that, and then you're going to get somebody like the SEC coming down on your ass. If you're able to even move it, even a little bit, they're going to notice that. So it's just too easy to manipulate right now.
Yeah, you got to be somebody like BlackRock Capital to move something like Apple.
Well, and here's the thing, and when you have companies like DCG, and they're the parent company of Genesis, and they're in bankruptcy. What do you? And they own so much cryptocurrency, and they also own Grayscale. Their best bet for their company in Genesis is to have these charts up, is to pump these charts so that their assets in Genesis are worth more right now while they're in bankruptcy, so their bankruptcy doesn't look so bad. It's no different than the FTX situation. They recovered $5 billion in assets. Them assets need to be high, or their bankruptcy is going to cost them more. If Bitcoin takes a crap right now, Genesis, FTX, and everybody else that's in bankruptcy, the gap between what they have and what they owe keeps growing. So who do you think is really manipulating these charts right now? It is whale manipulation, and there's reasons why Bitcoin flew, and it's not a mistake that it flew very close to when Genesis was declaring for Chapter 11 bankruptcy.
Yeah,
it's not a mistake.
That new CEO came out right afterwards, the new CEO of FTX, and said, "Oh, I think we can save this thing." So, and then all of a sudden, the FTT token starts going nuts. But here's something for the esteemed panel. It says, "Hey, Larry, big watch dude says, hey, Larry, can you ask your esteemed panel what they think of this little project called MMAI?"
I mean, man, the only thing I got to tell you is watch the video, because I screen recorded it. I don't know if later on it's going to have consequences, but I screen recorded it. Too much good information on there. And I could tell you was the MMAI Binance Live 47K viewers. Look at that video. Look at everything that Augustine has to say. And I am extremely bullish on MMAI. Obviously, not financial advice.
Anybody else want to chime in? You all talk about it. So they're going through like a rebrand right now, right? MMAI with the the metaverse and everything.
They were named MetaMonkey AI. Some people had a problem with the monkey part. So now they rebranded. It's more corporate level and is MMAI. What would it stand for later on? We don't know yet, but so far it's just MMAI.
All right.
Yeah, they are going through a rebrand. I agree with a rebrand. In order to be where they want to go, you have to get rid of the old brand and go to
the meme connotation. Pretty much, they got they moved to more of a corporate feel or a metaverse type thing. Yeah.
And every company goes through a rebrand as they grow. This is regular course of business for companies that grow. But how do I feel about MetaMonkey AI? I mean, MMAI it still rolls off the tongue, right? How do I feel about MMAI? I think it's not going to be too long before MMAI is blue chip status, and with what they have coming out, with the technology that they have, with the people that they're working with, with the fact that they're able to roll technology out in such of a short period of time when everybody else that wants to roll it out is taking forever to get it out. People don't understand the metaverse has been in the works for 5 years. So if you want to create a metaverse on Unreal Engine 5 and be on MMAI's level, you're already 5 years behind. You're 5 years behind MMAI. So, good luck catching up. You're better off just going ahead and buying into the metaverse that's already created with us instead of trying to catch it, because you're not going to catch it. And everybody that's promising a metaverse on Unreal Engine 5 has zero to show for itself. And MMAI has a beta. I don't know what else to tell you. So if you want to invest in a project that's going to take you 5 years to get a beta, go ahead. Good luck. That's your money. I can't tell you where to put it. But, it's MMAI is definitely on its way to be a blue chip status.
Yeah, there isn't another project that's anywhere close to this, as far as metaverse goes. And Menelect is true. He says MMAI proves that utility does not always get early adoption, but we'll see. And it's true. But you have to consider where we are in this space, right? 18 months ago, every single ENU project out there was promising some sort of a swap and a wallet and an NFT platform and a blockchain at some point, right? And none of them, maybe one of them, has done anything. And there have been hundreds. Well, and this one delivers. And even though there's utility right now, it's beta utility. They're trying to kind of split the difference between coming out with a perfect product and making the community wait, too long to see a product. So they're kind of getting itself out there, letting the community come in and critique it and give their feedback, and then moving on from there. So it's going to be a delicate dance, but I've never seen a project do this in this space yet, right? And you can't compare this to anything.
Yeah, so, they definitely are releasing things very fast. I mean, I still hold MMAI. I still think it's good technology. I know the team is very aggressive with their timeline of, trying to get things done. They have, so who wants to talk a little bit about their wallet? So they got the Pure wallet, they're calling it. And also do they also have like a hardware wallet that's being developed, or they already have it?
No. So the way that works is that the Pure wallet is going to be, there's going to be a smart contract in there that you're going to turn it into a cold storage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so all you gotta do is hold $49.95 worth of MMAI. Sorry, I still gotta
It'll take a while to get used to the rebrand. Yeah, that's
hold a bit of MMAI token, $49.95, and you'll be able to access the feature of the cold storage. Now, this is the best part about it. It's not like you're using that 49. I'll call it $50. Would you use that $50 to give it to the developers or anybody? No, those $50 are still there. As long as you hold those $50, you have access to the storage. Now, let's say later on in the future, those $50 turn into $500, and you want to sell it. You sell it, but you're gonna lose access to the cold storage feature until you get it back, pretty much.
And that's when you just open up a new wallet and deposit for $50 in MMAI and take your $500.
Yeah.
There's always a way to get things. Now let's say a little hello to real quick to Cool Cat Crypto. He loves BSV, and they done took away my monkey.
What's up, Cool Cat? How are you, man?
Me is here. Welcome back to me. And I want to bring you this comment in here from someone new. Maybe we've seen you in the recorded section. Chris O is here, and he says, I've been staring at the LCX chart all day. So excited. He looks at the chart all day, and he's glad he loaded up at 3 cents. Man, I wish I loaded up at 3 cents. I remember everyone coming in here. I think it was like December, and I should have grabbed some LCX. That's, like I said, that's number one. I'm most bullish on that one that I don't have. It's LCX. We're looking bullish again, too. looking at another run soon. It's nuts. This central bank digital currency CBDCs and regulation are what's popping this year. Your guys' thoughts on LCX?
I'm just disgusted that I missed it when it was down.
I got in at 6,
yeah.
So I'm.
Well, we've been making a lot of videos on it. I've been
happy.
just like waiting for it to pull back, and it never seems to do that.
Yeah, it's kind of like quant.
Oh, go ahead, Daniel.
It's kind of like quant. It doesn't pull back enough, so eventually you're just gonna have to jump in, and that's what I did with quant. I found a price level and I just jumped in, and I think LCX is gonna be the same way. Like I missed that big down. I missed it when it was way down, and now I'm gonna have to jump in at a price point I feel comfortable in and just roll with it because it's gonna keep running. It's just gonna keep running.
And you have to do that with these. If you have a real good positive long-term outlook on any of these, right? Especially the ISOs, if you think it's going to go up, from here for years, and it could, unless you're into these things and you're trying to day trade and you're just trying to, buy and sell every tiny little run, it doesn't matter. I mean, at the end of the day, if quant's $140 today, and in your mind, in 5 years and you're a long-term holder, it's going to be worth $1,000. That, $20-$30 difference is really, you're not going to notice it, right? And if you keep waiting and waiting and waiting, you're just getting in at a higher and higher price.
Yes, the Crypto Smith, I agree. I tell people all the time, like I'm not a secret about where my buy levels are. I don't make a secret about it. Like I don't care if people know. But literally I buy quant every time it gets down to be between $105 and $104. I usually buy quant because I know it's going to run back up. But if you bought quant at $120, you still should be happy about that as well, right?
Yes.
And I think, and I'm getting the same feeling with this LCX that, you know what, the next pullback, you just gotta go in and let it be what it's going to be, right?
That's kind of my attitude with XRP and everything, because I've been teasing the audience saying, I'm waiting for 27 cents. I'm not sure we're getting back down to 27 cents anymore. So I might be a buyer at like 34, 35 cents.
Yeah.
But all the ones, Tim Shea came in here, said ALBT. That was another one that I missed. I covered it when it was like a $10 million market cap, literally did like a couple videos on it. LCX. And I'm just like, damn it. But I will get in these because you're right. I mean, what difference does it make if quant's going to be $1,000 at some point? What difference does it make if you buy it, at 120, 150? It's like you're just thinking about it long term. I mean, I'm not a swing trader. I'm not a day trader. So I'm not concerned about that. But yeah, I'm sorry. Who was talking there? Was it Wadi?
Oh, no. I was going to say, don't feel bad, Larry. And Daniel, I kind of missed the boat on both of them too. Like I saw LBT and I was going to jump in. And then I was like, let me wait until it start dropping. And then I'll jump in the retracement. Now, LCX, I didn't find an exchange where I could purchase it. So I was like, all right, let me wait until later on. And I saw at 7 cents. Now it's at 14. It already doubled.
Yeah, I'm with Wadi. I was split between, I don't own any ALBT yet, but and I had to decide between LCX and ALBT, and I ended up with LCX at 6 cents. So I'm okay with that.
Well, everybody here knows I have my ALBT. I'm happy with my ALBT where I got it. I'm happy where it is. It's looking really good today. I just looked before we got on the stream. It's looking really good. I got it. That's the one that I didn't. That's the one that I didn't miss. And I got it at the price that I wanted it, and I'm happy about it. And I tell everybody, every time it goes down to 9 cents, I'm a buyer, even though my first bag is at like 3 or 4 cents.
Oh, wow, good for you. Yeah, you got it at 3 or 4 cents. Great.
So, but I continue to add to my second bag right around 9 cents, and I don't even blink an eye. As soon as it touches 9 cents, I buy. I don't even think about it. I don't think about it. I don't even look. It's just an automatic buy at 9 cents for me.
Which one I slept on too, and I was eyeing it, because I knew sooner or later it was gonna go back up. and I slept on it. And then here comes Daniel. Hey man, I just doubled up on Crow. I was like, my so
why do you think? I said, why do you that message?
Huh?
I said, I sent you that message. I said, I just doubled my Crow. I doubled my money on Crow.
I was like, did I miss that one? I'm like, come on.
Oh yeah, this is my Crow is actually in there too. So this is like my hit list, my favorites, and Crow got all the way down to what, around 5 cents. I grabbed some more Crow. I did grab more Crow, but yeah, I'm waiting on XD. So I guess XDC. Someone said XDC needs some love. Oh, it was mentally. Yeah. Anybody get into XDC?
Well, you know what?
Yeah, I got XDC.
That's one that I'm gonna start getting into now because I know myself, and next thing you know, I said, as a matter of fact, where's my phone? Like I'm literally because every time I say I'm gonna buy it, I end up forgetting. Next thing you know, it already skyrocketed.
No, I think I have XTC. I know I have XTC. I hold XTC on an exchange. It's one of the few tokens that in HBAR that I do hold on the exchange. I don't keep a lot of my crypto on exchanges, if any at all, but I do hold XTC and HBAR on exchanges. And I think XTC is gonna run. It's gonna run good. So. If it dips down in that low 2-cent range for me, that low 2-cent range, I put more money on it. Once it gets there, and just enjoy the ride up. I don't sell it. It's one of them things I just look at, see where it's at. These ISOs I don't sell.
They're just something long-term holds for you then.
Yeah, I'm adding to my bags, and I'm not going to sell them. And maybe in a bull run, I might get, dump a little bit of them, but these aren't investments that I'm looking to dump at the next, bear market pump,
Yeah. The only one that I added the other day that was ISO was HBAR. I added to my bag. I had, now I have 2 bags to it. So, but yeah, I'm bullish on HBAR too. It's like probably one of my top 2 that I own as far as feeling bullish now. But the top one that I'm bullish on that I don't own is LCX, and I'd say number 2 has got to be ALBT. And you can see how they're doing today. So they're torturing me. I'm just waiting for it to pull back, but I have to just bite the bullet and get in there. So not my place, but yeah.
For me, between XRP is probably my biggest bag of the ISO coins. Then Quant is probably my second. ALBT is probably my third, and XTC is probably my fourth, and HBAR is probably my fifth. And I'm starting to buy Algorand every time it goes down to like around that 22-cent range. And I'm buying that on Coinbase because it's an automatic stake. You only have to hold it on Coinbase, and they just stake it for you. As long as you have it, you're making an APY, and you can sell it whenever you want. So I'm buying it over there. But them are my top 5 in that exact order.
So I want to answer Russell C here. So Russell C, he's mentioned this a couple times already, and this is probably one of the most unheard of cryptos out there and platforms out there is Cypherium. So it's ISO 222 compliant, and it's odd that you don't hear of it. It's a platform. It was designed earlier. It's been years, designed years before. It's got some sort of association with Ripple, and designed for like faster payments and cross-border, interoperability. And it's designed to actually plug into the FedNow system.
Wow.
Yeah, and you don't hear anything about it.
I never heard of that one.
I've heard about it in the chat, but I hadn't looked into it yet. But yeah,
I'm going to be doing a video on this one as well.
I cannot wait to see that deep dive.
Well, good. I'll be watching that one too. Yeah, there's Cypherium up on the screen. And right now at 3.8 cents market cap. Oh wow, 100,000, only 22 million, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, good call, Russell C. That was a good shout out there.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask that question. I'm glad you took that one, Sean. So
Right.
it's tied to
Russell
the
C's trying to get me to spend some more money.
I know. Just another token you got to get a bag of.
Yeah, Russell C trying to get me to spend some more money because I'm looking at that market cap and I'm looking at that price and I'm
ETN.
going.
So ETN is electronium, I believe.
Electronium, yes, that is one that I have been eyeing for years, and
I invested in electronium 4 years ago when they first started. And they are actually part of the council that's with Ripple working on the digital dollar, or I mean the digital pound foundation. So they've got big things. They were nothing back when I was doing it, and they were super cheap, a lot of zeros. I ended up with a few million tokens, and there's in a wallet somewhere I gotta find. But yeah, they're still something that those that you never heard of, and you may not. They may be one of these that always sit in the background. Their initial use case was actually a top-up wallet for cell phone service for underdeveloped and underbanked countries.
Well,
yeah, Russell C's right. ETN, tied to the digital pound.
Funny because I do remember I had the app. And I was actually KYC to it, but I lost track of it. And Electronium did pretty good with the bull market. So right now, at the prices that it is right now, it's a freaking steal. So
man, Russell's in here trying to get us to spend all of our money. He's trying to get us in all these new tokens and spend all of our money, and we're going to start seeing.
Yeah, well, Cypherium I never heard of. Electronium, that's a different story. But from what I'm looking at right now, they're both actually pretty good. And I always known about Electronium. I actually believe that eventually it'll start going up to the $5 mark, but it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, it's a very, very slow growth coin as far as price goes.
What was Siberian's market cap again?
22 million, maybe. Cypherium.
Yeah,
that's it. That's nothing.
Yeah, it's like another ALBT.
Yeah.
Type market cap. Yeah. Huh. Interesting stuff. Well, this is how we learn about everything. Everyone comes in the chat and tells me what to buy, and basically what happens is I don't buy it.
Russell, you're taking my money, Russell. You're making me spend money.
What's your thoughts, real quick? We're going to wrap things up soon here with the audience. I appreciate you hitting the like button. What's your thoughts on GBEX? Anybody in the GBEX? I know Cool Cat loves GBEX too.
On which one?
Globiance.
GBEX?
Is that how you pronounce it? GBEX?
Why does that sound familiar?
I'll bring it up here. I did a video on it. Globiance exchange token. Somehow it's tied to the ISOs, but I don't think it's an official ISO. But yeah, you guys can check it out. I'll bring up the website real quick. It's got a $39 million market cap. I'm not into this one, but I did do like a really quick introduction maybe like a month ago just for Cool Cat. But yeah, here it is. Globiance, GBEX.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, I don't know much about that one.
All right.
Neither.
I'll have to look at that.
Yeah, we'll have to take a look at that. Yeah, I got to look at it a little further. I did like a fast video on it, but I think Max is going to do like a deep dive on it. So
yeah.
So that's good. Cool Cat says MMAI, even though they betrayed me and took away the monkey. He liked it. It had the monkey in there, I guess.
Sounds a little bitter. Yeah.
Well, if Cool Cat's invested in MMAI, I'll take a look at Globiance.
There you go. You'll have to get some. You'll have to take a closer look at BSV again because
I thought Daniel was gonna say if he's invested in MMAI, he's gonna take a look at BSV.
No, I'll take a look. I'll take a look at the other one, Globiance.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna leave BSV alone.
Well, I want to thank everybody here that has joined us again. Daniel Gayton, Sean, the Crypto Smith, Waddy, the Crypto Hunter. I'll let you guys go around. I'll give Waddy, let's start with Waddy, and then Daniel, and then Sean. We'll let you guys have the last word. And while we're doing that, I'll show everybody's channel up here. So we'll go with Waddy first here, if I can find your channel. Let's see, Waddy. So Waddy, I'll give you the parting words, and then we'll go
Well,
next in line with Daniel and then Sean.
I would say once again, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure being here. And guys, if you can, please help me reach that 1,000 sub mark. And also, if you're not doing anything, turn on your computer, leave it running. You don't actually got to watch the show, but it will help me out with the watch hour too. I'm about 1,200 away. And the minute that I actually reach 1,000 subscribers, there's gonna be a $100 giveaway, a total of $500 for whoever is in the chat. The minute I reach 1,000, is gonna be given in USDC, so you guys could buy whatever you want. You want to cash out, whatever you want to do, and that is courtesy of my friend Al Z, Al Clary. I'll call him Al Z. And yeah, so if you can, we'll really appreciate that. And once again, thank you, Daniel. Sean, always a pleasure too.
Yeah, thank you guys.
You
All
too,
right.
Daniel.
And thank you.
Wadi.
Thank you to everybody here. And again, let's go with Daniel having a word about what he's doing with his channel and what you have going on. I know he just did one on Alliance Block too. I know you talked about Aptos. So whatever you'd like to talk about with parting words here.
Yeah, no, I just want to say thank you again for inviting me to the round table. I appreciate being here all the time. I always enjoy the conversations with Larry and Max and Sean and Wadi. We always have really good conversations, and I really enjoy being here. What I'm doing with my channel, I'm putting out a lot of shorts, some videos, and I do a live stream 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's an early show. We review all the pre-markets. We go over the pre-markets. We look at the charts. We talk about what we can foresee coming up that day, as far as what the data shows us, some crypto news, some crypto stories that came out the day before. We talk about them, but more importantly, we just talk about trading in general as well. And, some of my opinions on what's going on in the market at the time. And one of the things I've been telling a lot of people on the channel is, be thankful for this micro pump here, this little pump that we're having, because look at your portfolio and look at what's pumping right now. Not even pumping, just look at what's running right now. And if you have stuff in your portfolio that's not running when Bitcoin's running the way that it's been running and Ethereum's running the way that it's been running, ask yourself, why they're not running, because if they're not making any gains right now, my opinion is the chances that they're going to really make what you think they're going to make in a bull run probably is not going to happen. So, take a look at your portfolio, take a look at the market, and be safe, trade with confidence, and only trading stuff that you believe in. Stay out of these little micro cap coins right now. They're no good. There's not enough money in the market. But be safe and protect your money.
All right, cool. Thank you again, Daniel Gayton. And then Sean, the Crypto Smith, we're going to type it in here. We'll give you some words to part with here. Anything you want to say about what's going on with your channel or anything you're going to cover in the future?
So yeah, my channel is pretty basic. I'm going to cover XRP and MMAI mostly, and Paraworks obviously with Alex, Crypto for Starters. That as utility comes out and as some updates come up, but also to piggyback off of what Daniel says, think about what you're investing in or what you're looking at, and if this next bull run comes, and it may not be for 6 months, 9 months, it may not be till 2024, but if you're not into things that have real world utility, you need to think about that, because everything else is once regulation hits, and that may be this year, that may be next year, a lot of these projects are going to be gone, or they're not going to be reachable if you live here in the US.
Good point. All right. Well, thank you again, Sean, Daniel, and Wadi, everybody here that watched us. We appreciate you guys hitting the like button on the way out. And we're going to see you again tomorrow night, Thursday at 9 p.m. And this roundtable, hopefully everyone will be back. Max will be back. He's tending to his dad. He's just got back from the hospital. So hopefully we'll see everybody again next week.
Can I just say one more thing?
Sure.
Tune in tomorrow night, Tomorrow is Thursday, right, Waddy? Tune in tomorrow night. Me and Waddy hold a weekly Twitter space at 7 p.m.
Oh, cool.
We talk about general crypto stuff, just general stuff, whatever the topic is on a Twitter space. Tune in, come check us out. It's really laid back room. Anything and everything crypto that you guys want to talk about, we'll talk about. And it's Thursday, every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Awesome. So make sure you guys tune in for that tomorrow night. Well, thanks everybody again. Be safe, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.
Hello,
Waddy,
man.
Daniel.